what's up, guys? Gracie, Arizona family. If you guys don't know me, my name's Juan or Antonio or whichever one you want to remember or want to call me. Either one works. I'm one of the black belts here, and I'm also one of the instructors that teach the Tuesday night advanced class. And so today, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go over some of the lapel guards. Before we even go into any lapel sweeps, I just want you guys to understand that when people say lapel guard, it's a very general term. It doesn't mean that it's just one type of guard. Lapel guard actually consists of several types of guard. And even if you don't like the lapel guard, it's good to understand what they are, and it's good to understand the different types of guards, because once you start applying counters and stuff, then you kind of need to know what's going on in order to apply the right counter. For example, a lot of times people will use a worm guard counter to try to counter a lapel squid guard, which doesn't translate because they're two different types of attacks. So let's get into it. Okay, let's fix this way. All right, so all the lapel guards, of course, are going to involve the lapel, so the opponent's lapel is going to be out, right? The most basic one, and this is kind of an intermediate one, and I use this a lot just to kind of get into the other different type of guards, and there's also all kinds of different attacks from here. It's just the lapel lasso, right? So the lapel lasso is basically just like it is. It's the lasso type of guard, and all I'm doing is I'm taking his lapel, I'm bringing it underneath my leg here, and I'm grabbing it palm up here. I'll come up and I'll grab the same side lapel, and this is all basically is just like a lasso guard using the lapel. So that's why it's called the lapel lasso, right? From there, we also have the squid guard, right? And it's going to attack his right side leg, or the same side leg that the lapel's on, right? So this is actually going to come over my leg and going to go over his leg here. I'm going to underhook his leg and bring it back here, right? So now I'm controlling his leg, and then my leg is inside that little hole. And so this is a different type of guard than the lapel lasso, and it's a different type of guard than the worm guard, right? From there, we also have our more traditional kind of lapel lassos, and this is kind of what everybody thinks of when they hear lapel guard, right? And this is the traditional worm guard, right? So this right here is the worm guard, and this is what most people think about when they think about the lapel lasso, right? So if you see, it's a lot different than the lasso guard, the lapel lasso, and it's also a lot different than the squid guard, right? So if you were going to attack this guard as opposed to the other guard, you're going to have to do a different type of sets of movement, right? From there, and I'll just keep it there, we also have the reverse to the worm, right? The reverse to the worm is also different than the worm guard because it attacks differently, it controls differently than the regular worm guard, than the lapel lasso, and then also the squid guard, all right? So once again, we have the lapel lasso, squid, the worm, and the reverse. So those are all different types of lapel guards that you can play, and there's a lot more. There's like gummy worms, and there's like Polish worm riders, and people are just getting super creative with all these guards. And then I even play a different one that I'm gonna start calling the V guard for Greg. But there's all kinds of different stuff that people are playing with the lapel nowadays, and just want you to understand that lapel guard just doesn't mean worm guard. There's different types of attacks, different types of control. So once you kind of start understanding those guards, you're going to realize that you're going to need to have different counters for them, right?